Hello friends, in this video we will discuss about floral diagram, the symbols that are used in floral diagram and how we can draw the floral diagram by using this symbol. So first of all, what is floral diagram? It is a diagrammatic representation of number, arrangement, symmetry and other characteristics of flower observed in bud condition. So by looking at the flower at bud condition, when flower is at bud condition, we draw a cross section of a flower, cross sectional diagram of flower, and this cross sectional diagram is called floral diagram. So there are some symbols that are used in drawing of floral diagram. So first of all, mother axis. Mother axis is the axis on which flower is attached, like this. If this is a branch and from this branch flower arises, so this branch will be called mother axis. So mother axis is represented by a dot at upper side of floral formula. So this dot may be round. In most of cases it is round because the mother axis, or you can say this branch, is round, but in some cases, for example in ocimum, it is squarish. So if this branch is squarish, it is not round, then we will draw mother axis like this. If it is round, then we will draw like this. In case of solitary terminal plant, solitary terminal flower, mother axis is not drawn, So at the top of the floral diagram, first of all we will draw a mother axis, a round dot or squarish dot. Next is bract. If bract is present in a plant, or you can say in a flower, or flower is bracteate, then we will draw bract opposite to the mother axis. Side of a flower towards mother axis is posterior side of flower, and side facing bract or side just opposite to mother axis is anterior side. So if bract is present, then it will be drawn opposite to mother axis towards anterior side, and it will be drawn like this in the form of a arc, like this. Next to bract is bracteolate. If bracteolate is present in a flower, then it will be drawn, bracteolates are drawn to the lateral side of flower, or you can say lateral side of floral diagram, and they will be represented like a arc similar to bract, like this, but they will be drawn towards lateral side of floral diagram. And the next to this is calyx. So first we will note number of calyx. How many calyx are there? Then are they free or fused? Then their estivation. Then we will draw them according to their estivation. So they will also drawn in a circle, outer circle, and they will be drawn in the form of arc, like this. And they will be drawn according to their estivation. Similarly, in case of corolla, first we will note their number. Are they free or fused? Then their estivation, and they will be drawn inner to calyx. They will also be drawn in the form of arc, similar to calyx. The next is androecium. So first we will note number of androecium. Number, are they in bundles or singly? They may be monoadelphous, diadelphous, or they may be free. Then are they monothecous, bithecous, intros, extros? If they are monothecous, then they will be drawn like this. If they are bithecous, then they will be drawn like this. If they are intros, means anther facing inward, then they will be drawn like this. If they are extros, means anther facing outward, then they will be drawn like this. If they are monoadelphous, then they will be drawn like this. A circle, it will represent a bundle, and they are in a single bundle like this in case of monoadelphous. And when anthers or stamens are epipetalous, means attached to corolla, then there will be a solid line which connects each petal to the stamen. So next to is gynoecium. So gynoecium, first we will cut tiers of ovary. After cutting tiers, we will note placentation of ovary, number of locules, number of carpels, and are they free or fused. We will note down these characters and then we will draw. For example, we cut a tiers of ovary and we found that it have 5 locules and placentation in it is axile. So we will draw as it is like this. So now we have all the symbols that are used in floral diagram. Now by using this symbol we can draw a floral diagram of any flower. So here suppose we have a flower, then we will note down the characters of a flower, and by using this symbol we will draw a floral diagram. Suppose we have a flower and this flower is bracteate, bracteolated means Bract is also there, bracteole is also there. Here, calyx, number of sepal is 4, and their estivation is volvate, and they are free. In case of corolla, the number of petal is 4, estivation is twisted, and they are free, fused with stamens. Androecium, in case of androecium, suppose number of androecium is also 4, and they are free. Epipetalous, they are introse and bythecous. In case of gynoecium, suppose here axile placentation is there, number of locule is 5, carpal number is 5, and carpals are fused, means syncarpous condition. Now we have a flower, and we have write down the characteristics of a flower. Now by using the symbols that we have discussed later, we can draw a floral diagram. First of all, we have a flower. So first we will draw a, suppose, floral axis, the branch on which flower is present is rounded. Then we will draw a circle above floral diagram. Then there is a bract. If there is a bract, this represents mother axis, and this side will be posterior side of a flower. Just opposite to this is bract. So we will draw a bract there. It is bract. We will draw an arc just opposite to mother axis. So it will be anterior side of flower. Next, 2 bracteoles are there. If 2 bracteoles are there, then we will draw arc on the lateral side of floral diagram, like this. So they will represent bracteolate. Now coming to calyx, the number of calyx is 4, and they are free, and estivation is volvate. If volvate estivation is there, then that means they are present close to each other but not overlapping with each other, like this. And if they are not fused, then we will draw them like this. So it represents this wall, this circle represent calyx. In case of corolla, so the circle of corolla will be drawn inside to calyx if corolla number is 4. And here estivation is twisted, means they are overlapping with each other, like this. So, and they are free. So in this case, petals will be drawn like this. They are overlapping with each other. So estivation here is twisted. So it represents corolla. In case if they are fused, means petals are fused, then we will fuse them. We will attach them with one another. But here in our flower they are free, so we will keep them free. Next to this is androecium. So number of androecium is 4. They are free, epipetalous, intros and biathecus. So if they are intros, so they will be drawn facing inward. And they are biathecus. So biathecus is drawn like this. So they will be shown like this. And epipetalous condition is there. Then there will be a solid line that connects petal and stamens. So these represents androecium. And this condition is called epipetalous condition. So in case of last one, that is gynoecium. So here we will show a TS of ovary. So it will be like this. So here axile placentation is there and septate condition is there. So 5 septa is there. Then we will draw 1, 2, 3, 5 septa. And placentae are born from the center. So we will show them like this. Here number of carpel is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carpel is there. And carpel are fused. So we will draw them like this. So this represent gynoecium. So we have a flower. First we noted the character of that flower. Then by using the symbols that are used in floral diagram, we can draw a floral diagram very easily.